Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're here with the New York Yankees team outlook. Last year they won 94 games and they fell short in the World Series. What offseason it's been. They did lose Juan Soto, but they reacted in a positive manner of bringing in a bunch of seasoned vets that I think can help them get back to the World Series. They added Bellinger, they added Max Fried, Devin Williams, Goldschmidt, among others with Matzik, Smith, Cruz, Hill, Loaizaga coming back, and Carlos Carrasco. So um, they were busy. They didn't just lay over and die after Juan Soto left them. I think that the Yankees had a very, very good offseason. We gave it an A in our offseason breakdown. Um, but now it's time for them to get over the hump. They are dealing with some injury already in camp. Luis Hill's hurt. Stanton's looking like he's going to be out for a minute. So, as we get over to their lineup here, Blake, who stands out initially to you that needs to break out to get them to where they need to go?
To break out, I mean Austin Wells or Anthony Volpe, you got to get a little bit from them. But the guy for me is Cody Bellinger. For me, that is the guy that you bring in. He's a pending free agent. His swing is built for that park, and if he hit 40 home runs this year, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not surprise me. Um, that it's definitely big shoes to fill with Juan Soto, but just going back to their offseason, man, Brian Cashman takes a lot of heat in that market. Obviously, they just went to the World Series for the first time since 2009 last year, but this offseason was just a masterclass of an offseason. They could have sat around and pouted that they lost, that Juan Soto didn't go back. He burned him and went stateside to the Mets, but they went out and got Max Fried. They traded for Bellinger, like you mentioned. I think Paul Goldschmidt, I don't think he's gonna hit fourth. That'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. But I like Yankee Stadium is a good park for him to bounce back too, right? I think it's not fair for him to say he's gonna hit 30 homers, but this team after losing Juan Soto, I think they're better off with this um version of the Yankees than last year.
Yeah, I mean, time will tell. It does shake up to be this: Chisholm, Judge, Bellinger, Goldschmidt, Wells, Volpe, Rice, Dominguez, and Oswaldo Cabrera are slated in right now. Jason Dominguez is the guy for me. Is he going to be that prospect, that superstar prospect that everybody has been thinking he's going to be for the past 5 seasons? It feels like there's a lot of hype around this guy. Is he going to now step into a role with Soto gone where he smashes the baseball and is a contributor to this team? There is no Verdugo to protect him.
Yeah.
Trent Grisham is there, but this is Jason Dominguez's time to shine. So as we look at the rotation, you have Cole, Fried, Rodon, Schmidt, and Stroman penciled in the five. There was talks of Stroman getting moved. It always works out. I mean, I don't want to say it worked out. Luis Hill got hurt because
Yeah.
he's the reigning rookie of the year, but these things tend to work themselves out. And Marcus Stroman is getting an opportunity to be the five. This rotation on paper is one of the best in baseball, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Um, in the bullpen, they still have Luke Weaver, who was their closer last year. They do lose Clay Holmes, but they bring in Devin Williams. Devin Williams be their main closer this year. Fernando Cruz got added. Ian Hamilton was good a year ago. Tim Hill comes back. Mark Leiter Jr., Tyler Matzik, and Gomez. So it's on paper. I don't see a team in the AL East, in my opinion, when in full health, I should say.
Yeah.
If Stanton was in here, I'd be like, I don't, I don't see the O's after their offseason. I don't see it happening. I don't see them winning the division, but I don't. I mean, even without Stanton, I'm still leaning the Yankees' way. I think the rotation's that good.
Yeah, I think they're the favorite to win the AL East, and honestly, they're probably the favorite to win the pennant. To be honest, because like they got a full year of Jazz Chisholm now. Um, you bring in Bellinger, like Dominguez needs to step up for sure. Like he's had some adventures in spring training and left, and it hasn't been pretty for him and left in the field. But that switch hitting bat, that is definitely a catalyst for them if he gets it going for sure. But sometimes the best trades are the ones you don't make, and that's what you were talking about with Stroman. And if they ended up trading him, now you're kind of pretty thin in the starting market. So, they did a good job of holding on to him.
Yeah, I will say this. One thing that does enter my brain looking at this lineup right now is the only person with longevity, the only person that tends not to get hurt very often is Paul Goldschmidt. And he's 37 and a half years old.
Yeah,
So Judge has had the injury bug, Chisholm's had the injury bug, Bellinger's had the injury bug, Stanton's already dealing with it. That's the only thing that I think that can derail this team from going back to where they need to go. Um, it definitely. I mean, Yankee fans know it. I mean, it can happen. We've seen it in the past where injuries derail this team, but the pitching staff is that good. So, yeah, Fangraphs has the Yankees winning 87 games and winning the division. 72% chance to make the playoffs, 40% chance, 39% chance to win the division, or 32% chance to clinch the wild card.
yeah,
87.3 wins. I'm going to go ahead and take the over.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I think the Yankees, even without Juan Soto, like you said, they've supplemented their roster. Anthony Rizzo was out most of the year last year, and they're bringing in Paul Goldschmidt, which I do think his swing does play, especially with his opposite field power. Um, but yeah, you look at the only team that's knocking on the door, in my opinion, is the Red Sox
For the division or for
for the
playoff
division.
teams? Yeah,
For the
I
division.
think so. Like we'll get to the Orioles more when we do their outlook. I don't love the Orioles offseason. I think it was a big missed opportunity for them this offseason to keep pace with the Red Sox and the Yankees. And then you look at the Red Sox, they go get a guy like Bregman to kind of balance the power in that division. And it's going to be an awesome season to watch the Red Sox and Yankees go toe to toe and fight for this division because I think it's a two-horse race for this division. I still think the Yankees will win the division because of guys like Bellinger and that pitching rotation and Aaron Judge. But I wouldn't be surprised if we got into the dog days of summer and these teams are separated by 3 games. That wouldn't surprise me either. But right now, I give the edge to the Yankees, and I too would take the over on the over under wins.
Well, this Yankees Red Sox rivalry has been it's been a minute since it's been hot. I
Yeah.
mean, you can go back to a couple of seasons ago when they played each other in the playoffs. But other than that, I mean, it's the last 10 years or so. It's been pretty quiet. So if we can get these two teams to start fighting it out, I don't think we'll ever get back to the days where they're beating each other and fighting. But, that's, I mean, Yankees Red Sox, not, where the game's in a good place. Those two teams are on top. So
Yep.
I am going to go ahead and give the edge to the Yankees with health in this division. Again, over 87 wins. I don't think they're going to be 7 wins worse without Juan Soto when they also added Max Fried. So I think that's going to do it for this one. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. As always, we appreciate you guys for listening and watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.